Hello and welcome to another video, and I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I am so excited for this video. Everything has been building up to the decorate with me, and today's video is a decorate with me outside, which I will clarify, we have a small space. We live in a condo, we have a patio, little bit of yard, if you will. It's not our yard, but we can put temporary stuff out there, and that's what this video is going to be. But to start, we may or may not have picked up a few more items. So I'm throwing in a little mini haul, you guys, okay? Because I can't stop, won't stop. And we're gonna breeze through this because I want to get to the decorating. I am so excited to show you outside, and I'm so excited to show you inside. So, and some of these things I just picked up today. And I'll tell you where, and it's a variety of locations, mainly two, but a variety. And we'll start with kind of basic stuff, but all, again, that fits in the world of Harry Potter, dark arts, dark academia, all of that stuff that I keep rambling on. Very simple thing to start, which is pink Himalayan salt lamp. I have a bunch of these, and ever since I picked up this big one previously, before this one, this is my second one, I have wanted a tall one like this again, and in the bathroom I feel like a tall one like this would work really well. And this one I got at Home Goods for $12.99. You can't go wrong with salt lamps. They just give a vibe. They give a vibe, and I think they will work Halloween time, Christmas time, all the times, okay? And on a similar front, I don't know what I was going to say there. In a similar category, we have the, what is it, selenite crystal? Yeah. And all of these, so I have three rocks, if you will, three crystals I got at Home Goods. Again, these were all at Home Goods. I picked these up today. Crystals obviously fit into the world of Harry Potter, and I feel like these crystals that I have will fit into Christmas really well. But you know, I don't know, because as far as their properties go, they have a lot of properties that would ward off bad energy, if you will, I think, which we're bringing on all the bad energy during Halloween. So I don't know, maybe the Death Eaters stole them, as my husband suggested. But also just aesthetically, I think they can work really well, of course, like, and just all year round. I've wanted more crystals in my collection, if you will. And they don't tend to be cheap, and there's so many places you can get them, but I liked to be able to actually get my hands on them. So this one was $16.99. Selenite. Then we went pretty traditional and got an amethyst. And I freaking really liked this one because I liked it being very displayable. And I loved, like, this would make, I'm literally just thinking of this right now, a perfect bookend. Are you kidding me? It's probably going to go in our downstairs, and we're going to get into some freaking cool ideas, I'm just saying, that I have for downstairs. Because like I said, we're making the whole house Harry Potter. And then we have a clear quartz. I am a little bit of a niffler, okay? I like shiny things, and we got a lot of, oh, come on, lights. Pick up the gorgeousness. We've got so much, look, here we go. Look at this. And so it would be sat more like this. So pretty. So pretty. And that white color would really go well with my aesthetic. Then I picked up, let's see, two familiars, if you will. We have a lot of representation of familiars in Harry Potter in our house. And maybe one day I'll do a video of like all of our familiars. But what we didn't have is a little toad. And this toad, so this toad was, I wrote it down, $17.99 on Amazon. And that might seem a little steep, but that's because this one's hand painted. And I think it's just really well detailed. I was impressed. And it comes in two different varieties. It comes in a brown color and it comes in a green color. And I did my research to double check because this is representing, oh my God, I forgot Neville's toad's name. Oh my God, I'm beating myself up. insert the name over here, Aubrey, because you know it. His toad. Shame. And his toad is a brown color. I'm throwing myself out because I'm trying to think of the name. Good grief. Trevor. Trevor is his name. There, we got it. We did it. Boom. Success. You don't suck as a human. Next up, you can't go wrong with owls. To me, owls really speak more for Christmas time. But this one is black. This is a great horned owl. And I just felt like the colors really fit into all year round, but also Halloween. So that was, how much were you? That was $15.89 on Amazon. And we have a handful of owls. And like I said, maybe I'll do a familiar video sometime. Then we got, I'm not going to break down the prices on all of these, but a bunch of flowers, mostly leaves. And you will see what these are going to go on. They're going to go on a wreath, but it's a wreath that I've previously made and needs an upgrade. So we will get into that in a DIY. I'm not breaking down the prices because we got to get to the decorate with me, but those were from Joann's. And again, don't pay full price on Joann's, especially their faux flowers. And speaking of Joann's, we have the last item, which I wanted, which was their latest line that came out. And I think it will be perfect outside. And that is this guy right here. So again, we have another little Trevor representation. I know the name, Aubrey. You are not a failed fan. A little bit of the moss came off, but we have moss, so I'm just gonna, put a little bit of Mod Podge and put some moss on there, and we have it in the similar color, but I love the color palette of this guy. He's gonna fit in really well outside, you will see. And he does light up. It's just his eyes that light up. And full price, he's $40. I did not pay $40. Obviously, I think I had a 50% off for that one. But always be looking for coupons. So that was the mini haul. Let's go get to the decorate with me. And we're going to start with a pretty big DIY. Let's get going. Alrighty. I'm laughing because I have cats next to me being adorable. So to get started on the outside decor, we are going to work on our centerpiece de resistance, or whatever that's called, which is our cauldron. It's a very large cauldron. It is, I believe, 22 inches wide. It is plastic, and we got it from Party City. I will link it below. It does go in and out of stock, we noticed, but just keep an eye on it. And we picked out this cauldron because A, we have a small space to work with, so it's going to give a really nice focal point, make the house feel very witchy because, in the wizarding world, they happen to be witches. But what we're going to do with it is we are following a YouTube channel or a video from the YouTube channel Wicked Makers that have done a really cool thing with this specific cauldron that looks like it's brewing all the witchy goodness. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to step outside and do that, and we're going to start with a base coat on the outside that gives something for everything to stick to so we can do some interesting stuff. So we're going to go get started. So we're here with another make with me, I guess. And I'm a little scrunched down because we're gonna film redoing this. So basically I made a Deathly Hallows Christmas wreath last year. And I'm starting to realize that Deathly Hallows probably doesn't fit into Christmas. But we were doing a Harry Potter Christmas, so it was the first thing that came to mind. We're gonna do a different wreath for Christmas. But this would be really good. However, for Halloween, it was decked out in Christmas. So I also have the wand that I made to go. Can you see the top? In the center there. But we want to pull out the colors that are very Christmassy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of the base of the wand, which looks like this. Probably to a black with a little bit of this glitter. I'm going to do that in a second. I'm going to remove all of the leaves because I used real leaves and it turns out they die, which would be really fitting, except that I used hot glue, so there's a lot of markings on the leaves. So I'm going to remove all of that to get back to the base. We're also going to change this little handle out here to being black. I think I have something that would work for that. And then we're going to use the stuff we just picked up to fill it out a little bit more. Yeah, so let's get started. So I'm gonna go pop outside and not do this inside and spray paint the base of this real quick. And then we'll come back and we'll decorate this wreath, this Deathly Hallows wreath. Okay, so I am back. I've spray painted the wand, but I think we're gonna do a bit more with it because I'm not loving it, but I think I can. But I removed all of the dead leaves that I had put on here and as much glue as I can, which is not a huge deal because we're gonna be covering it up. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I wish I had a few darker leaves than I do, but we're gonna work with it. We're gonna work with it, and maybe next year, because by the way, I don't think I mentioned this, but this was made from scratch. This was made from branches and vines and stuff that I found around my house. And so maybe next year we do one fully from scratch together. So let me get started on decorating this wreath. So it's been a few days since we last. I can't laughing because we were trying to record this and my cat keeps interrupting. So it has been a few days. We have not been able to record this without interruptions, and now I have this one. We'll show you her in a second. You saw me. I can't do this. Hey, can you get the creepy face? What the heck? It's been a few days. Shush. Okay, I see you. Okay, guys. Okay, it's been a few days. And I find it really humorous. It has been a few days since I've worked on this wreath, and you saw a little bit of it. You saw it before. It was very Christmassy. So we made some changes. You get close in here. You're closing it up. So my husband made an adjustment here to the wand where before it was just a stick with some fancy glue and paint going on, but he shaved it down, gave it a little point, and then I did the rest. So we just added a little more, they're not quite fall-y colors, but green, like Slytherin, some spiders. I don't love this part so much, but we didn't feel like the twine, it was working too well. But anyway, we're gonna hang this up. If you can't tell, it's a Deathly Hallows wreath. So we're gonna hang this up over here. And then another thing we've done is we've started hanging up creepy cloth, which we're gonna be doing more of, to really, you know what, let it collect leaves, to really let it frame the whole space. That's an awkward. We're still rolling. Okay.
And then the last you saw of the cauldron was a little bit of paint. I think it was just the base paint. So come here, my children. What we've done, stop the madness, lady. Please excuse my cat. So what we've done, or what my husband has done, I have not done this, is use Mod Podge. I don't even need to tell you every step because you can go to that link, but put some oatmeal on to give it that look of spilling over brew, and painted it over with green, gave it some drips, painted the handles, which we're probably going to be changing to more of a rusty silver. Is that the right word? An aged silver. And then we've got it on chains that you saw where we picked those up at, and they're hooked up to the top. We might raise it up a touch, I don't know. And then, oh, and then on the inside are some green, do they twinkle? Twinkle lights? They do not twinkle. Some green regular lights. And this is going to be hidden a bit more. You're not really going to see this. It's mostly like the big effect is at night. So we're going to find some way of covering this up, have some fog come out, have some cars come by. And it's just UPS. Nothing for us though. And then down below, which you didn't see at all, are the coals. And how these work are spray foam on top of string lights, and then sprayed on top of that is some black, and then it gives it a coal look, which you'll see when we do the night look, and then some rocks around it to make it look like little embers and that something's brewing here. So next, we are gonna do a little bit more touching up on this, but mostly we are putting up some creepy cloth and lots of other little fiddly bits to make it extra spooky and witchy. So let's get started. My God, stop. If we can just make this thing stop talking. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you so excited by this? My little witchy cat? Oh.
Okay, so I may or may not have picked up a few more things and gone to Spirit Halloween yesterday. So let me show you what we got. This is all for the outside because, you know, every year we're going to do more and more outside, and there's so many ideas that I have that I want to do like this year, and it's just not going to happen in the amount of time that we have. But that's the great thing about doing it every year. So we're going to save those ideas for the year after and the year after and keep building on it and make it, I was gonna say epic, but that is what a neighbor described our outside right now. So anyway, let me show you what I picked up. The first thing you've already seen before is I picked up another broom from Home Depot, and I'm not gonna be keeping this as a broom. I'm gonna be making an adjustment to it, possibly, if I need to. You will see that. And then at my local grocery store, I picked up a witch's hat, and I think I know exactly how I want to place this outside. And then at Spirit, I want you to not drop stuff. I want you in the comments down below to tell me what you think I plan on doing with this guy. It's a 3-foot skeleton. I intentionally chose 3 feet. And I also got a Gryffindor tie and another pair of Harry Potter glasses, because just in case they get stolen or broken, which broken would actually work with what we're doing here, but just comment below what you think it is I'm going to be doing. And then the thing that just, the special guest, we'll call him, I gave him a gender because he has one, has finally arrived and is a piece that I think really brings more Harry Potter to the outside. And you'll see what we're gonna do with him, but here is my special guest entering right now. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. We have Professor Snape. I have already tested out where I want him to go. I also just love that I can have him up all year round, like in my office recording, just, you know, just judging me from the background. So we are gonna go place everything We have some spiders we're gonna put up. A few things I've already pre-planned and played around with, so you'll see everything kind of going smoothly, and that's not because I'm really amazing. It's because I have placed stuff prior just to make sure it would really work and we had enough decoration. So let's pop outside and start finishing the decorating. So the first thing that I did here with the table is I had this tablecloth that was intended for a very long table, and it's all I had. So I folded it over a few times, gave it some nice overlap, had it drape because, you know, outside decorations really shine at night. Well, a lot of Halloween stuff does. And so you're not really going to see a lot of the nitty gritty stuff. And I thought that it really worked. And some chains and those pumpkins that I love so much. And this tie, I had intended to wrap it around the skeleton that I just showed you. However, this tie is not proportionately sized for a 3-foot skeleton. It's just much too big. So I went with the idea that Harry was taken. Bad things are happening to Harry. And his stuff is just like amok. It's just laying around amok. And so you've got his tie there. If you can tell, his glasses are out there as well. I thought about like breaking the glasses, but I just didn't have the courage to do that. Some spiders, you know, all that good stuff. And then the next area is kind of just placing stuff. Is this broom does not end up staying this way. It's intended to be, if you can't pick up on it, a spoon, like a ladle that you are brewing with. So it's much too long, but I needed to place it in there to see what would work. Kind of like the skeleton here. I needed to place him, this little Harry, to, you know, have him hanging out as he's boiling to death. As he also sinks to the bottom of the cauldron. Oh boy, he doesn't stay that way. And then this hat that I had picked up at my grocery store, I hung it up with, it's not a fishing wire because fishing wire can be too structured, I guess. It's a fixed length. This is more of a wire that we use for floating candles and another item that you'll see floating in the inside decorations. And it has more of a bounce to it, so it feels a little bit more real, especially at night when you can't really see it. We did have to tuck it away a little bit and hook it when the wind got really bad. But we did pick a spot when we were weaving it through the hat to make sure that it could keep the silhouette that we wanted it to. And then we started placing these spiders, which I basically put this chain on the ground to give me a placement idea to follow, and then just move the chain as I went. And then they just kind of climb down, and you'll see them kind of go up this pillar as they probably would, and around it. And I end up hiding them behind some bushes because you gotta keep it magical. But yeah, this is pretty much it. After these spiders, we're going to get into the reveal. We're going to start with the outside decorations at night. Or sorry, during the day. And then we're going to get to the creepy stuff when the outside decorations really shine, which is at night, I think. And God, I'm so excited to do even more. But yeah, here's the reveal. well, that was the final reveal. Oh my god, I love it so much, and I hope you guys love it, and I am so excited to show you the inside. It's gonna be epic, and probably long. But with that, remember, you guys, to love what you love with everything you have, and keep making magic. And I'll see you next time. Bye.